Good evening, everyone. Wow, that thing's tuned up loud this evening. So good evening. Thank you all for joining us here. This is the City Council meeting and public hearing of January 12th, 2026. I'll go ahead and call this meeting to order and note for the record that all members of council are present and accounted for. As always, we begin our meetings with the Pledge of Allegiance. So if you're willing and able, please stand and join us. First item up on tonight's agenda will be a nomination and vote for an alternate planning commissioner.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to nominate Chris Godfrey as alternate to the Planning Commission.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor of the appointment, please vote yes, otherwise vote accordingly. And it is unanimous. Congratulations.
Mayor, can I interrupt just real quick? I want to look over to Deanna. That only showed 6 votes on the screen, and we've got a full assembly of council tonight. Should we go to a hand vote for tonight? Does that need to be set up differently?
If we could have just 1 second.
Thank you for catching that, Chris. I did not notice.
Which member of council can't enter the meeting? Driscoll? Okay. Driscoll is not able to enter the meeting on his voting device. So we'll capture votes tonight, Mr. Mayor, so you can move on in the meeting if you wouldn't mind, just for these couple of votes we have to do tonight. If you just revert to a hand vote, that would be great. We'll capture it in the minutes.
All those in favor of the motion to approve, please raise your right hand. And it is unanimous.
Wonderful. And we have some time during the next item, so we'll work on getting that adjusted.
Okay, great, thanks. So the next item will be the swearing in of board and commission members. Judge Will, I believe you'll be doing that.
And Judge, if you wouldn't mind to turn on the podium mic when you arrive, just the button on the right-hand side.
Evening. Have a couple more folks to swear in for y'all.
Yes, at this time, Pat Corkle and Jacqueline Jenna, if you wouldn't mind to come forward. And then Judge, if you don't mind to turn on the mic on that button on the right-hand side. Perfect, thank you. Yep. Good evening. I'm good with this.
All right, why don't you just kind of step up there? And you can both do it at the same time.
Okay.
Unless you want to do it that way. Don't mind.
Why hold it up?
Okay. This is the oath of office for members of boards or commissions for the city of Alpharetta. Repeat after me, please. I state your name.
Patrick Corkill.
Jacqueline Jenna,
Hereby accept the honor of serving as a member of the board
Natural Resources Commission
Design Review Board.
of the city of Alpharetta, Georgia. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or confirm
that I am not the holder of any unaccounted for public money
unaccounted for public money
due this state
due to this state
or any political subdivision
or any political subdivision
or authority thereof.
or authority thereof.
I am qualified to hold said office
I am qualified to hold said office
according to the Constitution
according to the Constitution
and laws
and laws
of Georgia, and I shall support
and I shall support
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the state of Georgia
of the state of Georgia
and the Constitution and laws
and the Constitution and laws
of the United States of America.
of the United States of America.
Further, I do solemnly swear or affirm
Further, I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I shall faithfully perform the duties
that I shall faithfully perform the duties
of a board member
of a National Resources Commission member, or just member,
which is fine,
okay?
regularly attend meetings,
Regularly attend meetings,
uphold the ideals of community and service,
uphold the ideals of community and service,
act and conduct business
act and conduct business
in accordance with the city's code of ethics
in accordance with the city's code of ethics
and conduct,
and conduct,
and support the charter and laws
and support the charter and laws
of the city of Alpharetta.
of the city of Alpharetta.
Congratulations and thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Next item up on our agenda is the consent agenda. Consent agenda consists of the city council meeting minutes from the meeting of December 8th, 2025, and the financial management report for the month ending November 30th, 2025. Is there anyone who would like to remove anything from the consent agenda? Seeing none, do we have a motion?
So moved.
Have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Merkel to approve the consent agenda, a second by Councilman Heips.
And Mr. Mayor, if we could also take this vote by hand.
Okay, I think we can do that. Any discussion on this? Do we have any public comment cards on this?
We do not, Mr. Mayor.
However, anyone that wants to come forward and speak on the consent agenda, now's your chance. I'm killing time anyway, but I don't see anyone come forward, so we'll close public comment. All those in favor of the motion, please vote with your right hand. And it looked unanimous to me. Is that the case? Thank you. Next will be the public hearing portion of tonight's meeting, and I'll allow the City Attorney Molly Aswine to read the procedures.
An individual requesting to be heard on a matter related to the purpose of the hearing must be recognized by the mayor before addressing the city council. Upon rising to speak, the speaker must identify himself or herself and furnish a home or business address before proceeding with any comments or remarks. The council will allow the proponents a total of 10 minutes to speak in support of an application. Opponents will be allowed 10 minutes to speak in opposition. Comments are accepted first from the applicant, followed by persons speaking in favor, and then from those in opposition. Upon conclusion of any opposing comments or presentations, the mayor will allow the applicant to offer rebuttal if any time is remaining in the originally allotted 10 minutes.
Thank you, Ms. Eswine. Director Cook?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. The first item before you is shown to you on the screen. It's located at North Point Mall. The applicant, Cirque Italia, is requesting consideration of a temporary use for a circus. The Unified Development Code UDC subsection 2.3.2 requires City Council approval of a circus, carnival, or fair on property zoned and used for non-residential use. The applicant proposes utilizing the surface parking lot between Macy's and AMC Theater, and I have that site plan. You can see it here boxed. Here's the AMC Theater, and then Macy's is located here. The Cirque Italia is described by the applicant as a acrobatic theatrical Cirque-style circus held under a tent. According to the application, the production features human acts only, and there are no pyrotechnics. Cirque Italia provides its own concession, and the concession is located at the front. They also included a plan of what that looks like when you walk into the tent with the concessions. And it includes offerings similar to a movie theater, and there'll be no alcoholic beverages. Cirque Italia contracts with local sanitation company for garbage disposal and restroom facilities. And the applicant provided a site plan depicting the circus and the surface lot between Macy's and AMC. Parking, of course, would be located nearby. The proposed circus is scheduled to take place between March 13th to the 16th, with setup beginning on March 10th and breakdown concluding on March 17th. One showtime is scheduled for March 13th and March 16th. And then they have 3 showtimes on March 14th, 2 on March 15th. Latest showtime would begin at 7:30 p.m. And the circus tent has a seating capacity of 998 seats. And they will have their own security, but we've spoken to public safety, and they recommend that we condition that they also pay 2 police officers for the event. Staff has reviewed the application, supports the applicant's request for a temporary circus. Adequate parking is available at this location to support both the circus and North Point Mall. We are recommending approval with 4 conditions, and that concludes staff presentation. Happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Do we have any questions for Director Cook? Must have done a great job. They have any questions? Would the applicant like to come forward at this time?
Good evening. My name is Charles Harwig. I'm with Cirque Italia.
And if you don't mind to turn the mic on, it's the button in the bottom right-hand corner.
Thank you so much. Good evening. My name is Charles Harwig. I'm with Cirque Italia. Do you have any questions for us?
Do you have anything else that you wanted to say?
No. Seems like everything is pretty good.
Do we have any questions for the applicant? Councilwoman Reeves.
I was wondering how long the circus has had this show going.
The show is about 2 hours long, and there is a 30-minute intermission.
No, I was wondering, like, when date-wise, how long have you done this?
So the show's been going on since 2012.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions for the applicant? Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Ms. Shapiro, do we have any public comment cards on this item?
We do not, Mr. Mayor.
However, if there's anyone that would like to support, now's your opportunity to come forward and say so. I don't see anyone coming forward, so if there's anyone who is opposed to this item, now is your opportunity to say so. Once again, I don't see any public comment coming forward, so we'll close public comment. Do I have a motion from council?
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor, I'd make a motion this evening to approve PH-26-01 Cirque Italia, North Point Mall, as presented by staff this evening.
We have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Merkel, a second by Councilman Brady. Any discussion on this item? All those in favor of this motion, please raise your right hand. Looks unanimous to me. Couldn't see John Ives a bit. Okay. It is unanimous. Congratulations, sir. Next item up will be PH-26-02 Garden Brothers Circus, North Point Mall. Director Cook, once again.
The next application before you is also at North Point Mall for a circus request. This one, the applicant is Garden Brothers Circus, requesting consideration of a temporary use for a circus. The code subsection 2.3.2 does require city council approval. Property is located at 1000 North Point Circle. Garden Brothers Circus is described by the applicant as a family-friendly, all-human show featuring live performers skilled in acrobatics, clown arts, juggling, dancing, and daredevil feats. The circus does provide its own concession stand, which includes offerings similar to a fair, and there will be no alcoholic beverage sales. Outside the circus, they do have animals. They'll have pony rides, and they'll have inflatables and face painting. The circus does provide garbage disposal and restroom facilities, and this is a similar, well, it is the same location that we just previously looked at. Applicant provided a site plan depicting the circus in the surface parking lot between Macy's and AMC. Parking for the circus will be located in the adjacent parking lots surrounding North Point Mall. The circus is scheduled to take place between February 12th and 16th. Setup will begin on February the 9th and then breakdown on February 17th. 2 show times are scheduled for February 12th, 13th, and the 16th. There'll be 3 show, and the 16th, and then 3 show times are scheduled on February 14th and 15th. Latest show time begins at 7:30 p.m. This one's a little bit larger. They do expect attendance to be estimated between 500 and 800 during the week, but it could reach up to 1,500 per show on Saturday and Sunday. Garden Brothers Circus staff consists of 107 employees, with 10 employees serving as crowd control managers. The applicant did indicate that if required by the city, they will hire off-duty police officers for the event, and that is one of our recommended conditions if it's approved. Public Safety Department was consulted again for this one. Department recommends at least 2 police officers be present at paid public events if it's over 500 attendees. Staff reviewed the application and supports the applicant's request for the circus. We also, the applicant notified surrounding property owners of the request, and there were no comments that were received, and no comments were received at the community zoning information meeting that was held in December. We are recommending approval of PH 2602 Garden Brothers Circus, North Point Mall, master plan subject to 4 conditions. And that concludes presentation. If you have any questions on this one, I'll be glad to try to answer those.
Do we have any questions for Director Cook? Once again, you did an excellent job. There's no questions.
Circus expert.
Would the applicant like to come forward on this item?
Hello, my name is Kylie Shepard. I'm the Vice President for Garden Bros Circus. We're excited to hopefully bring our event to this community, so I'm here to answer any questions.
Do we have any questions for the applicant on this item? You also did a wonderful job because no one has any questions.
Thank you.
Ms. Shapiro, do we have any public comment?
We do not have any public comment cards.
However, if there's anyone that would like to come forward and speak in favor of this item, now's your chance. I don't see anyone come forward, so we'll close public comment in favor. Do we have any public comments in opposition? Once again, I don't see anyone come forward, so we'll close public comment. Do I have a motion from council?
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor, I'd offer a motion this evening to approve PH-26-02, Garden Brothers Circus, North Point Mall, as presented this evening by staff.
We have a motion. Do we have a second on this item? Have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Merkel, second by Councilman Brady. Any discussion on this item?
And I think we are able to vote electronically now, Mayor.
Let's give her a shot. And all those in favor, please vote yes. Katie? You just have to tap it sometimes to get it to shut. There you go. And it is unanimous.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Congratulations. So we'll move on to new business. New business is the consent order and final judgment for Old Milton Parkway Project, parcel 22. Ms. Eswine, I believe you're presenting.
Yes. So this is really kind of a matter of just transparency and less of what you would typically see with a condemnation matter on your agenda. This consent order and final judgment will conclude the case that we have pending in Superior Court for parcel 22. That parcel was condemned. The resolution of condemnation was approved by the City Council in December of 2024, and at that time we paid into the registry of the court the just and adequate compensation as estimated by the city's appraisers, which was $99,600, and that was for the property. It's actually owned by H&M, Alpharetta LLC, but it would probably be more familiar to you all as the Publix on Old Milton Parkway. And so that matter was filed and has been pending for a while, but they've actually agreed to take exactly what was deposited into the registry of the court. So this doesn't really represent a settlement in the traditional sense where we've negotiated. They're taking what was originally offered, but we have put the consent order and final judgment on the agenda for your approval, and I would respectfully ask that you all approve that so that we can close this matter out.
Thank you, Ms. Eswine. Do we have any questions for Ms. Eswine on this item? Great job. I don't see any questions. Ms. Shapiro, do we have any public comment cards?
We do not.
However, if you're in favor of this item, now's your chance to come forward and speak, or if you're opposed. I don't see anyone coming forward. Do I have a motion on this item?
Yes, Mayor, I make a motion that council approve the consent order and final judgment in the amount of $99,600 for tax parcel number 11-0260-0120-036-1 in the Old Milton Parkway Project Parcel 22 with the authorization for the mayor to sign all necessary documents.
Second. I believe, oh, that was Councilman Dorito. I couldn't tell. The accent wasn't clear to me there. So we have a motion to approve by Councilman Hypes and a second by Councilman Dorito. Any discussion on this item? All those in favor, please vote yes. And it is unanimous. So we'll move on to the next item, which is resolution for the fiscal year 2025 Bulletproof Vest Partnership Grant Application. Ms. Eswine, once again.
A resolution by the mayor and the council of the city of Alpharetta, Georgia, authorizing the submission of a fiscal year 2025 body-worn camera policy and implementation program grant application.
Thank you very much. Does anyone have any questions for Ms. Eswine on this item?
The presentation is going to be done by the chief. If he could just make a quick, brief presentation. She was just reading the resolution aloud.
Sure. Didn't even see you come forward, Chief. My apologies.
Using my ninja skills tonight, sir. Good evening, Mayor and Council. Thank you for this. What we have before you is a consideration and adoption of a resolution authorizing the submission of the 2025 Bulletproof Vest Grant through the Department of Justice. These grants provide matching funds for equipment that we would be buying regardless. So the estimated cost for the year for 20 vests is going to be $36,828, and this grant would authorize the city to collect $18,000 in matching funds from the DOJ through the Bureau of Justice Administration. That's all I got.
Do we have any questions for Chief Lindgren? Thank you, sir. Ms. Shapiro?
We have no public comment cards for this item, sir.
However, if you'd like to come forward and speak on this item, now is your chance. I do not see anyone coming forward, so we'll close public comment. Do I have a motion from council?
Mr. Mayor, I have a motion for approval of the resolution for fiscal year 2025 of the Bulletproof Vest Partnership Grant application as submitted this evening.
We have a motion by Councilman Driscoll, a second by Mayor Pro Tem Markle. Any discussion on this item? All those in favor, please vote yes. Next item up on the agenda is the contract approval for AT&T NG911 Public Safety Answering Point Solutions Contract. Director Remick.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. For the record, my name is Lexi Remick, and I serve as the 911 Division Chief, and I serve as the 911 Director for our agency for the state of Georgia. I thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today. I am here to present a summary of a proposed contract with AT&T to upgrade our 911 call handling system to a cloud-based platform. The proposal is focused on improving system resiliency, operational efficiency, and service delivery to the public while maintaining cost predictability in the near term. By transitioning to a cloud-based platform, this upgrade significantly enhances system resiliency, redundancy, and reduces reliance on on-site hardware, providing geographically diverse failover capabilities. In practical terms, this means our ability to receive emergency calls is better protected during equipment failures, network disruptions, and other unforeseen events, ensuring the continuity of service to the community. Some advantages of this, the upgraded platform introduces several new features that directly improve call taking efficiency, such as text and transcription of calls. This would allow our call takers to quickly reference and verify information during high stress and complex incidents. It also provides an instant foreign translation. It's built directly into the call handling system, and it reduces response time for non-English speaking callers. The reduced dependency on the third-party software and vendors, particularly for our language translation services. These enhancements allow call takers to focus more fully on the caller and the emergency at hand while streamlining workflows and improving accuracy. Another key benefit to this proposal is its cost structure. The new equipment that would be needed and the telecommunicator training for this are provided at no cost as part of the contract. Maintenance costs remain at our current level for the first 24 months as part of the agreement. And during this initial period, there is no increase to our existing operational expenses. Additionally, by reducing reliance on telephone-based third-party translation services, this platform is expected to generate operational cost savings over time. Now, beginning in month 25, the contract includes an increase in costs associated with ongoing software subscription and maintenance. This is approximately a $62,000 increase per year. The increase reflects our designation as a pilot agency for this new platform. As a pilot agency, 911 would utilize advanced features ahead of broader market deployment. We would provide operational feedback directly to the vendor and help shape future system enhancements and refinements. This role continues to maintain Alpharetta as a leader ensuring the platform continues to evolve in ways that support real-world emergency communications. Importantly, the 24-month cost ability provides sufficient time to plan ahead, to plan this cost for the future increase through anticipated revenue adjustments and budget forecasting. The upgrade strengthens our ability to serve the public by improving reliability and system uptime, enhancing communication with diverse populations, reducing call processing delays, and supporting our telecommunicators with modern integrated tools. Overall, the proposal aligns with the best practices in emergency communications and reinforces the city's commitment to resilience, forward-thinking public safety infrastructure. I welcome your questions, concerns, and comments, should you have any, and thank you again for your consideration in this contract's approval.
Councilman Hipes?
If I understand correctly, this increase in cost, once it kicks in after 25 months, just is funded out of the E911 fund?
That is correct.
And I further understand by reading the management report from this month that our 911 revenues are lagging behind our expenditures. So this is going to put some increased pressure on it, correct?
That is correct.
Since you invited question/comment, I'll put it in the form of a question. At some point in time, I would appreciate it if council would be presented with the manner in which we're funding, and also what the allocation is between Alpharetta and Milton and what that basis is, so that we're not underwriting Milton taxpayers for their 911 to a disproportionate amount, because we are going to add increase here. The next question, and as a question, so I know the mayor likes me to ask questions, not make comments. The next question is, can we do something to inform our public, our city, about all of these enhanced ways that this will help? For example, getting the word out that if you use 911, you can snap a photo and now that can be received. I think that's pretty darn significant. If we spend extra for greater technology but don't inform our public of its availability, then it doesn't seem like a good use of extra money. So,
I absolutely agree with that. We have a great social media campaign with 911 with the city of Alpharetta. We'll even use the fire department's social media and the police department's social media platforms to make this announcement, to push this out to all of our citizens, both Alpharetta and Milton. We'll work with Milton as well and get it on their social media.
well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Do we have any other questions for the director?
First of all, thank you for the presentation. I appreciate it. Seems like it's got a lot of bells and whistles and things that will help. And I'm new here, but it's always nice to look at increases, ongoing increases to the budget in budget cycle, not necessarily in the middle of the year, but I understand this is a timely situation. When would it, if this is passed, when would this go into effect?
I will defer that question to my AT&T representative, Jason Eckenstein.
If you could restate the question, please, ma'am.
If approved, when would this go into effect in our city?
I would estimate about 9 months typically for a project of this nature before we were fully tested and live on the platform, and then beginning what we call our soak period, which would last about 45 days.
Follow-up question, if I might. Would the 24 months of no increase commence at the end of the 9 months when we go live?
That's typically how we operate, is we wouldn't begin service start date until testing and acceptance is complete and you're live on the platform.
Thank you.
Sure, thanks.
I believe there was someone that might have some comments behind you.
If you wouldn't mind to state your name.
Please, will do. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Michael J. Ruffin, Director of External Affairs for AT&T. Pleasure to be with you, Mayor, members of Alpharetta City Council. In my role as External Affairs Director, I'm responsible for all of our public policy, community engagement, and economic development initiatives. Excuse me, a little harsh. To your question, Councilman, about getting the word out and spreading awareness about this investment and what does this mean for the public, AT&T, we're more than happy to work with the city's communications office in terms of putting out press release, media advisory, whatever the case may be, to help spread the word. In addition to NextGen 911, it's also important that we talk about FirstNet, which is our dedicated high-speed connectivity for our public safety community. So when you're talking about 911, next generation, and public safety, we want to make sure that we are making sure those investments are there, but also spreading the word and informing the public. So we're more than happy to lean in, engage, and support the 911 director and the entire city and be locked in step there. So just wanted to make myself known and let you guys know we're happy to lean in and help. Thank you.
Thanks, sir. Do we have any other questions? Councilman Dorito.
Thank you, Mayor. This is for the two representatives of AT&T. And I think Councilman Reeves kind of asked this, and I just wanted clarity to make sure I heard this right. So the 24 months starts when?
So once we were deployed live on the platform, which would take about 9 months, we would start that 24-month clock once you had accepted the platform as operational and meeting the needs of the city.
Okay. And I guess the more important question I have is, could you explain to the council, as this is being implemented, just like any new technology, will there be redundancy or some sense of a safety net as we transition to the new technology?
Yes, so we would leave all of the existing infrastructure and systems in place through the duration of deployment and through the 45-day soak period. So if there were an issue, we would just invoke an alternate route policy and then reroute the 911 traffic back to the existing system. So yes, those safety nets are in place.
And who monitors that, I guess, the implementation and the integration with the existing system?
The AT&T project manager that would be assigned.
So are they there 24/7, or they?
Well, the project manager is not, but we also have a 24/7/365 NOC that monitors system health, routers, those kinds. So we have a pulse, if you will, of both systems throughout the day and night.
All right, thank you.
Sure.
Any other questions? Thank you, everyone.
Might I add something really quickly that I just thought of, if that's okay?
Of course, absolutely, Director.
I think it's also important to notate that our current contract with AT&T is set to expire in 2.5 years anyway. So we would either be paying a higher fee at that point regardless, or upgrading. I think this way we get the upgrade sooner, much needed, and still paying those costs, so it could, even out.
Right, thank you.
Does that make sense?
Ms. Shapiro, do we have any public comment cards?
We do not for this item.
However, if anyone would like to come forward and speak on this item, now is your chance to do so. I do not see anyone coming forward, so we'll close public comment. Do I have a motion from council?
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to approve the contract AT&T NG9-1-1 Public Safety Answering Point Solutions Contract, not to exceed the annual cost of $124,962, beginning on month 25, or as we're saying, based after the 45, where he's saying on the contract. I don't know, we need to clean that up.
I'd just say based on the terms of the contract with the 5-year contract term.
Perfect. That sounds, you mean to say that?
Yeah, just say, you can say as stated by the city attorney.
As stated by the city attorney. Thank you.
We have a motion by Councilman Driscoll. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Brady. Any discussion? I'll just say that I'm quite proud of Lexi and her team. I think this is an opportunity that many cities would not have the opportunity to accept. So I'm grateful for your work over there. That being said, all those in favor of the motion, please vote yes. And it does pass unanimously. Thank you very much. So the next item will be the request for proposals, 26-108, Webbridge Park Walking Trail renovations. Director Rogers, let's have some fun.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good evening, council. As always, it's a pleasure to be here. I was talking with a friend right before the meeting, and they said, well, this item should be a walk in the park. So we'll see. Consideration, we're asking tonight for consideration and approval of the award of a contract to Steele and Associates for the walking trail renovations at Webbridge Park and the authorization of the mayor to execute all necessary documents. The walking trail at Webbridge Park is one of the unknown jewels of the city of Alpharetta. It's 1.6 miles, and it wanders through the natural area by some of the active areas, and it's really just a gorgeous place to walk. It was built in 1999, and since then, it's got a slate finish, and we've not done any major repair. We've just put down more slate every year. As the rain and the erosion takes it, we just would put some more. So it's got to the point where we need to make some major repairs, and I'm gonna go over the scope of work in this particular document. It's cleaning out all the ditches and drains along the trail, regrading as necessary to provide slopes for positive drainage and increase sustainability, fill in the ruts, trip hazards, and bridge over the roots, and remove excess trail mix where the area features trail creep, where the trail sometimes is creeped to as much as 20 feet. Install new trail mix over the entire 1.6 miles of trail, renationalize the size of the trail, connect and compact the trail mix and general cleanup. We expect that project to take about 4 weeks in its entirety. There were 6 proposals selected. Steele and Associates was the lowest of those 6 and the only firm that was within our budget. And we did our reference checks as we should, and all of them came back positive, and Steele and Associates has done work with us in the past. So now I'd ask for any questions you may have about this particular project.
Do we have any questions? Councilman Reeves.
It's not a question,
Councilwoman
I am
Reeves.
making a statement, but as somebody who uses that park trail all the time, sorry, Mayor, it's very welcome to see it taken care of so nicely, and there's lots of us that enjoy it multiple times during the week. So do our dogs.
Any questions? Seeing none, you must have done a great job. Ms. Shapiro, do we have any public comment cards?
We do not for this item, sir.
However, if you'd like to come forward and speak on this item, now's your chance. I don't see anyone coming forward, so we'll close public comment. Do I have a motion from council?
Yes, Mayor. I ask the council approve award RFP 26-108 for the Webbridge Walking Trail renovations to Steele and Associates in the amount not to exceed $96,500 and authorize the mayor to execute all necessary documents.
Have a motion by Councilman Hipes. Do we have a second? Second. We have a second by Mayor Pro Tem. Any discussion? Now you can comment. All those in favor? All those in favor, please say yes. And it does pass unanimously. Well done, sir. Thank you very much. Next item will be the memorandum of understanding for Home by Dark. Director Rogers, you once again have the floor.
All right. If my first item was a walk in the park, this would be Saturday in the park. We're asking for consideration and approval of a memorandum of understanding between the city of Alpharetta and Home by Dark to provide to approve the city's summer concert series with Home by Dark at Brook Street Park from April to September. This particular memorandum of understanding is a repeat of the ones we've had since 2018 with Home by Dark. They have put on an exceptional concert series each and every year. It's highly anticipated. This year's dates are April the 25th, May the 5th, June the 13th, July 11th, August the 8th, and September the 12th. By contract, we would pay Home by Dark $10,000 per concert, but the Convention and Visitors Bureau does a sponsorship with us for 30 of that, so the city pays half of the cost of the concert. That's a budgeted item, and I'm glad to answer any questions you may have.
Do we have any questions for Director Rogers? Thank you, sir. Ms. Shapiro?
There are no public comment cards for this item.
However, if you want to speak about Home by Dark, now's your chance. Don't see anyone coming forward, so we'll close public comment. Do I have a motion from council on this item?
Yes, Mayor, I ask the council approve a memorandum of understanding with Home by Dark to continue the free admission six-show concert series at Brook Street Park, calendar year 2026, with the city's portion being $30,000, what is that, 33,000? Is that 33,000? Approve the memorandum of understanding and authorize the mayor to execute all necessary documents.
We have a motion by Councilman Hipes. Do we have a second?
Second.
Have a second by Councilman Brady. Any discussion?
Yeah, I'd like to say something.
Councilman Hipes.
I just want to say, and I appreciate how Director Rogers has continued this relationship with James Casto and Home by Dark, because it is something incredibly special for our city, for our downtown, on a warm night when darkness is taken over and the stage lights up, and it creates just tremendous community amongst the people who turn out for this free concert for them to attend. And I hope James Casto is listening in or gets this message, because he is a class act and a great partner for the city, and I'm just really grateful and proud that we get to have the opportunity to host his concerts here.
That being said, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please vote yes. And it does pass unanimously as well. So that'll wrap up the business portion of tonight's meeting. We do have an opportunity for public comment if there's anyone that has a public comment card registered.
I have not received any cards this evening, but there may be some folks that intend to speak.
And if there are any folks that want to come forward and speak, now is your opportunity to do so. But I don't see anyone coming forward, so we'll close public comment. Do we have any reports this evening? Don't see any reports. So I believe we may need an executive session.
That's correct. The two topics tonight will be personnel and litigation.
All right, sir. Do I have a motion?
Motion to adjourn into executive session.
Second.
We have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem, second by Councilman Brady. Any discussion? All those in favor, please vote yes. And it is unanimous, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be adjourning for a few minutes.